Week 8 continues on with my great teams of the past, season number 2, featuring teams from 1919 to 1930. Today it's the 1919 Cincinnati Reds and the 1922 New York Giants in game 1 of their 4-game series. As you look at the standings, well, this series is not going to have any bearing on the pennant race. Two teams near the bottom. The Reds, 6 and 18, began the week tied for 8th place and in last. Um, the Giants, 10 and 14, began the week tied for 6th, and they are now in 7th. As you can see, the Senators took 3 out of 4 from the Browns. That helped the Senators take a slight edge over the Giants for now. The Reds need to win at least one to match the Browns for last place. If they can get a split, help get them out of the cellar. So that's where we're at. Still to come in week number 8, 2 more series with huge pennant implications. The 27 Pirates against the 1920 Indians and the 1930 Cardinals against the 1929 Cubs. Off this week, the 1927 Yankees. So let's meet the starting lineups for the Reds and Giants. First for the visiting Reds, leading off and playing third base, Heine Groh. Center field is Ed Roush. First baseman is Jake Daubert. Batting cleanup playing right field is Greasy Neal. The catcher is Ivy Wingo. Shortstop, Larry Kopp. Second baseman's Maury Rath. In left field, it's Sherry McGee. And the starting pitcher for the Reds is Dutch Ruether. Ruether, 6 starts, just a 1-4 record, a 3.55 earned run average. For the Giants, Dave Bancroft leads off and plays center field. Casey Stengel's in center. Frankie Frisch is at second base. Irish Musial bats cleanup and plays left. George Kelly is at first base. Ross Youngs is in right field. Heine Groh's at third base. And yes, you've now heard Heine Groh's name twice. He is in the game for both teams in this one. Frank Snyder's is behind the plate, and Art Nehf is the pitcher for the Giants. Neff searching for his first win of the season. 6 starts, he's got a team best 3.06 ERA, but is 0-4. So, Reds and Giants, let's play ball. For the Reds in the top of the first, it's Heine Groh. Groh hitting .250 on the season, and he will get things started off with a base hit. Leadoff runner aboard for the Reds. That'll bring up Ed Roush. Roush, well, let me tell you, the Reds, not a good hitting team. .212 on the season, ranking 8th in the league. Roush, their best hitter, a .275 average. So one runner on for Roush, who pops it up behind the plate. The catcher, Frank Snyder, has it for the first out. That brings to the plate Jake Daubert. Daubert's hitting .242 on the season. The Reds, coming off a series against the Pirates in which they lost 3 out of 4 games. Daubert had a team high 5 hits in that series. And Daubert will lift a fly ball into center field. Casey Stengel will make the catch for the second out. And Greasy Neal comes to the plate. Neal hitting just .182 on the season. He is one of 5 Cincinnati starters hitting worse than .200. And Neal will ground ball to second. Frisch has it over to first for the third out. So the leadoff hit amounts to nothing, and Giants come to the plate. Dave Bancroft to lead things off. Giants, a little bit better hitting team than the Reds, .237 team batting average, ranking them 6th in the league. Bancroft hitting .237 on the season. And he will hit a fly ball into right field. Neal will make the catch, one away. Here's Casey Stengel. Stengel batting .276. 6 for 18 in the Giants' most recent series against the St. Louis Browns. Giants and Browns split that series. And Ruether strikes out Stengel for the second out. Frankie Frisch comes to the plate. Frisch, a team worst 192 average this season. Hit 327 in 1922, but having a rough go of it here. And Frisch hits a fly ball into left. Sherry McGee makes the catch. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Dutch Ruether. No score after one inning. Two teams that have been struggling. The Reds, we mentioned, coming off a series against the Pirates where they lost 3 out of 4. So they come into this one having lost 3 in a row, having lost 5 of 6, and having lost 8 of 10. En route to a 6-18 record, they have yet to win consecutive games this season. Giants, as we mentioned, coming off a split against the 1922 Browns. They got off to a good start this season. The 1912 New York Giants won season 1. 22 Giants hoping to win another title for New York. Got off to a good start here in season 2, then lost 10 of 11 games. Since then, they've won 3 out of their last 5. So perhaps righting the ship, but too little, too late to win another title. So anyway, top of the second for the Reds, Ivy Wingo's at the plate, hitting 198 on the season. And Nehf strikes him out for the first out. Larry Kopf also hitting 198 this season. Comebacker to the pitcher. Nehf has it, throws over to first, 2 outs. Maury Rath, as we mentioned, just 5 Cincinnati hitters batting less than 200. Rath, the worst of the bunch, just a 138 average. And Rath will hit a bouncer to shortstop. Dave Bancroft comes up with it, throws over to first, a 1-2-3 inning for Art Nehf. Bottom of the second, Irish Musil leads off for the Giants. Musil's hitting 237 on the team, tied for the team high with 3 home runs. He hits a fly ball to left field for Sherry McGee to catch, 1 away. George Kelly comes to the plate. Kelly, the only Giants starter hitting better than B300. Actually, the only starter in this game hitting better than 300, and he's had a good season. 340 average ranks him 8th in the league. Team high, tied for the team high with 3 home runs, coming off a great series against the Browns where he went 8 for 17 with a home run. So George Kelly with 1 out. Weak ground ball to second base. Rath charges, tosses it over to first for the second out. That brings to the plate Ross Youngs. Youngs hitting 211 this season. And Ruether strikes him out. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Ruether. For the Reds in the top of the third, it's Sherry McGee. McGee batting 153 this season. Nehf strikes him out. Here's the pitcher, Dutch Ruether. Ruether actually one of the Reds' more dangerous hitters. He's got a 267 average. He's 4 for 15 this season. And guess what? A base hit for Dutch Ruether. He's on board with 1 out, his 5th hit of the season. Back to the top of the order, Heine Groh. He opened the game with a base hit. This time, ball 1 and ball 2. And he will hit a shallow fly ball into right field. Ross Youngs charges in, makes the catch for the second out. Here's Ed Roush, the Reds' top hitter. 0 for 1 today. And he hits a lazy fly ball to right. Again, Ross Youngs makes the catch, side retired. To the bottom of the third, Heine Groh, the Giants' Heine Groh, to lead things off. This one batting .220 on the season. Groh will get things started with a base on balls. Leadoff runner aboard for the Giants. Here's Frank Snyder, .233 average. Fly ball in the center field. Ed Roush will make the catch for the first out. That brings up the pitcher, Art Nehf. Nehf, 2 for 13 at the plate. He's going to be looking to bunt Groh over to second base here. And he does. Lays it down. Ruether has to run in, pick it up, throws it over to first. So sacrifice gets the job done. Heine Groh advances to second base, and now there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Dave Bancroft. Bancroft is 0 for 1. Reroll that red die that got hung up. And Bancroft, fly ball to right. Reese Neal tracks it down, and Ruether gets out of it. On to the top of the fourth, still no score. Jake Daubert to lead things off. He is 0 for 1 for the Reds. Come back to the pitcher. Nehf has it. Throws over to first for the first out. Greasy Neal is 0 for 1. And Greasy Neal slaps one into left field. It's in there for a base hit. Third hit of the game for the Reds. Here's Ivy Wingo, struck out his first time up. On the first pitch, Greasy Neal takes off for second base. He's in with a stolen base. So 1 out runner on second for Wingo. Pops it up, left side, shortstop. Dave Bancroft calls for it. He's got it, and there are 2 outs. So Larry Kopp is the hitter, looking to bring home the first run of the game. He will not. Nehf strikes him out to end the inning. Bottom of the fourth, 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Giants. Casey Stengel leads off. He struck out his first time up. This time, doesn't get much on it, bounces it in front of the plate. Dutch Ruether charges in, picks it up, throws to first in time to get Stengel. Here's Frankie Frisch, who is 0 for 1. And Frisch lines one through the gap between third and short. It is into left field for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Giants here in the 4th inning. I'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Irish Musel. He takes the first pitch. Frankie Frisch takes off and steals second. So we've got a runner on second and 1 out for Irish Musel. Musel second on the team with 15 runs batted in this year. Got a chance for one here. Slow roller toward third base. Groh has to charge. He picks it up, fires to first in time to get Musel. Frisch is able to advance to third on the play. So the Giants' best hitter, George Kelly, coming to the plate. Runner on third and 2 outs. Kelly, as we mentioned, came into today 8th in the league with a .340 average. He's 0 for 1 today. Can he bring home the first run of the contest? He does not. Ruether strikes him out, and that's the end of the 4th inning. Go to the 5th, still no score. We mentioned Nehf, pretty good 3.06 ERA. Ruether, not bad, 3.55 ERA. Not great pitching teams. The Reds have a team ERA of 3.63, ranking them 5th in the league. Giants team ERA of 3.93, ranking them 8th in the league. But so far, 4 innings, no score in this game. There's only been 4 hits so far, 3 of them by the Reds. Maury Rath lead things off, 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Reds here in the 5th. Rath is 0 for 1. And Nehf strikes him out for the first out. Sherry McGee struck out his first time up. He strikes out for a second time. Another K for Art Nehf. And that brings the pitcher, Dutch Ruether, singled his first time up. Nehf strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3. Rath, McGee, Ruether all go down by strikeouts. Good inning for Art Nehf. Bottom 5, Ross Youngs to lead things off. He struck out his first time up. He strikes out again. We've had 5 consecutive strikeouts in this game. Here's Heine Groh. He walked his first time up. Ground ball to third. Heine Groh, the batter, hits a ground ball to third base. Heine Groh, the third baseman, boots it. And Heine Groh, the batter, is going to be safe at first on the E5. So, interesting turn of events there involving both Heine Grohs. Runner on first, 1 out. Frank Snyder is the hitter. Snyder 0 for 1 today. And Ruether can't find the plate. He walks Snyder. First and second, 1 out. Art Nehf is at the plate. Oh, Nehf had a successful sacrifice bunt earlier. Are we going to have him bunt now or just swing away? This time we'll just let him swing away and see what happens. Doesn't matter. Ruether strikes out Nehf for the second out. So, Dave Bancroft, back at the top of the order for the Giants. Bancroft 0 for 2. He's got runners on first and second with 2 outs. And he'll hit a fly ball into center field. Ed Roush has it. Side retired. On to the 6th inning. Still no score in this one. Heine Groh leads off for the Reds. The error he committed last inning ended up not amounting to anything. Groh 1 for 2. And he's got another base hit. Puts one over the shortstop's head. Falls in for a single. Here's Ed Roush, team's top hitter. Came in today with a 275 average. He is 0 for 2 today. Roush hits a shot right at Heine Groh, the Giant. Groh able to knock it down. He picks it up, throws to first in time to get Roush. The base runner, Heine Groh, advances to second base. Runner on second, 1 out. Jake Daubert is the hitter. Daubert, 0 for 2 today. First base is open. Art Nehf pitches carefully. He ends up walking Daubert. So first and second, 1 out. Greasy Neal comes to the plate, 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And Neal hits it. Just a short little chopper right side, not going far. Art Nehf runs over, picks it up, tosses it to the first baseman in time to get Greasy Neal. They get the out. Both runners advance a base. So runners on second and third, 2 outs. Ivy Wingo's at the plate. Wingo's 0 for 2. 10 RBIs on the season, tied for the team high. Can he get one here? First base is open. Nehf walks Wingo. Now the bases are loaded for Larry Kopp. Kopp 0 for 2. Nehf struck him out the last time up. And Nehf strikes him out. Gets out of the bases loaded jam. On to the bottom of the sixth. Still 0-0. Casey Stengel to lead things off. Stengel 0 for 2 today. 2, 3, 4 hitters up. Stengel an 11. He gets to roll in his second column. Stengel 7 home runs in 1922. Won't have one here, but he does put one into the gap. Both outfielders are going to be running for a while to go get it. Stengel's motoring around the bases. Casey Stengel has himself a leadoff triple here in the sixth inning. So runner on third, nobody out. Frankie Frisch will come to the plate. The fact that runs have been hard to come by in this game, and that's only the second hit for the Giants. Reds are going to go infield in. Frisch hits one right back to the pitcher, Dutch Ruether. Casey Stengel stays put. Ruether able to get the out at first. Stengel still on third base, so one out. Now Irish Musil comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Musil second on the team with 15 runs batted in. And with the infield in, Musil hits it right side. That ball has eyes. It's right between Maury Rath and Jake Daubert, right through the hole, into right field. It's a base hit. It scores a run. Casey Stengel comes home. The Giants lead 1-0. Irish Musil. His 16th run batted of the season ties him for the team high with George Kelly. And here is George Kelly. Came in today batting .340. He's 0 for 2 right now. Ruether strikes him out for the second time. Ross Youngs, he's struck out twice today. 2 outs, runner on first. Ground ball left side. Heine Grove comes up with it, throws over to first. And the inning is over, but the Giants come through. They score the first run of the game on the Irish Musil RBI single. Top of the seventh, Maury Rath leads off. 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Reds. Rath is 0 for 2. Fly ball down the right field line. Ross Young's running for it. He makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Sherry McGee, who has struck out twice today. And make that 3 strikeouts for Sherry McGee. Here's the pitcher, Dutch Ruether. Now let's see, it's the 7th inning. We let Ruether hit. Pitched pretty well otherwise, so I think we'll let him hit. And Nehf with another strikeout of Dutch Ruether. How many is that for Nehf? 9 strikeouts in his 7 innings. 7th inning stretch. Go to the bottom of the 7th. Giants coming to bat with a 1-run lead. Heine Grove to lead things off, 0 for 1, but has reached base both times. A walk and then on an error. This time, though, ground ball to short. Kopp comes up with it, throws over to first for the first out. Here's Frank Snyder, 0 for 1 with a walk. Frankie 2 hits a ground ball to short. Kopf makes the play again, 2 outs. The pitcher, Art Nehf, comes to the plate, 0 for 1. That's a sacrifice bunt. Neff's going to help himself. Base hit. 4th hit of the game for the Giants. Both teams now have 4 hits. Both of the starting pitchers now have a hit today. So here's Dave Bancroft with 2 outs and a runner on first. Bancroft is 0 for 3. And his woes will continue as he pops one up on the left side. Groh has it. That'll do it. We go to the 8th inning. Giants clinging to a 1-run lead. Top of the order for the Reds. Here's Groh, 2 for 3 today. Has half of the Cincinnati hits. This time, Nehf strikes him out. And that should be number 10 for Nehf. Ed Roush, the Reds' top hitter. He is 0 for 3 today. Not anymore. He slaps one into right field. It's in there for a base hit. Jake Daubert is 0 for 2 with a walk. And Daubert, back-to-back hits. He puts one into right field, and it's in for a hit. Ed Roush speeds his way from first to third. Reds might have something going here in the top of the 8th. 1 out, runners at the corners. Greasy Neal at the plate. Giants have a good defense. They will be playing deep, hoping to get the double play ball here. Neal's 1 for 3. Neal doesn't get much on it. Nehf charges in, picks it up. His only play is to first. Roush is going to have to stay at third. And he does get the out. Roush stays at third. Daubert does advance to second. So runners on second and third. 2 outs. And Ivy Wingo comes to the plate. 0 for 2. Walked his last time up. Can Nehf get out of this jam and keep the Giant lead? He does. Wingo, fly ball into right field. Ross Youngs has it for the 3rd out. Runners stranded on second and third base. Bottom 8. Casey Stengel to lead things off. Stengel, 1 for 3, tripled, and scored the game's only run in the 6th inning. Stengel bouncer towards second base. Maury Rath has it over to first. 1 out. Frankie Frisch, he is 1 for 3 today. Comebacker, the pitcher, Dutch Ruether has it. 2 outs. Irish Musial comes to the plate. He is 1 for 3. He has driven in the only run of the game. Fly ball to center field. Roush has it. Side retired. We go to the 9th inning. The Giants clinging to a 1-run lead. Looking to put this one away. The Reds will have up their 6, 7, 8 hitters. Reds have 6 hits today. They've left 8 on base. Giants 4 hits, 6 left on base. Reds last inning left runners on second and third. Can they make the 9th inning comeback? We will see. Larry Kopf. Can Art Nehf pick up his first win of the season? He is 0-4 to this point. 3 outs to go. Here we go. Larry Kopf. Kopf. Fly ball to left. Irish Musial has it. 1 out. Maury Rath. He's 0 for 3. Ground ball to second base. Frankie Frisch throws it to first. 2 outs. Down to the last out. It's Sherry McGee. McGee against Nehf today. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. He's 0 for 3. Can he make contact in this one? He makes contact, but it's a ground ball right at the third baseman, Heine Groh. Groh throws it over to first. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Nehf, and that is the ball game. What a pitching duel. The 1922 New York Giants win the opener against the 1919 Cincinnati Reds. Final score 1-0. The Giants 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. They left 6 on base. The Reds no runs on 6 hits, 1 error. They left 8 on base. 4 hits for the Giants by 4 different players. The big ones came in the 6th inning. Casey Stengel had a triple to lead off the 6th after an out. Irish Musial had a single that scored Stengel. That turned out to be the game's only run. So, let's see here. So that's about it for the Giants hitting. Art Nehf, the hero, came into today with an 0-4 record after 6 starts. He was magnificent. 9 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 2 walks, struck out 10. He is now 1-4. For the Reds, 6 hits, 2 of them by Heine Groh. No extra base hits. Dutch Ruether, well, he was pretty good too. 8 innings, 4 hits, just the 1 run, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Ruether somehow 1-5 after 7 starts this season, despite his A rating. So that is it from the Polo Grounds, where the New York Giants have beaten the Cincinnati Reds 1-0, game 1 of their 4-game series. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can now head over to rogersportsgames.com to find out what happened in games 2, 3, and 4. We'll have played all of those by the time this video uploads, so you can see what happened the rest of this series. And then also we'll be back with the next series, 1927 Pirates against the 1920 Indians. Indians in first place, the Pirates still challenging. So that's a big series. We'll have at least one of those games on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. So that's all from here. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe.